It's July and it's time to take a look at some of the brand new mobile games that just released this month. Today I have a list of 15 of them for you, so make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on everything relating to mobile gaming. Now let's dive into number 1. UnGodly is a dark fantasy action RPG set in the dying world of Tarsaea, where corrupted creatures are pouring out of mysterious force known as the Nethermaw. You collect powerful warriors called primals, swap between them during battles, dodge incoming attacks, and combine elemental abilities to create devastating reactions. Unlike many mobile RPGs, the combat is played manually rather than relying entirely on idle system. The game uses a dark, mature visual style filled with corrupted landscapes, intimidating monsters, and flashy elemental effects. Heavy impacted sounds and dramatic music help make every ability feel powerful. UnGodly appears to be built primarily as an online experience with character collection, progression systems, bosses, and regularly changing challenges designed to keep players returning. Right now is one of the best times to get the most free champions and the best free champions inside of Raid Shadow Legends. Let me give you all the details, starting with this one right here. These are the champions all of you can get for free on day one. All that you need to do is use this QR code or the link in the description, and you get 5 champions to start out your account. Let's start out with Tholin, because Tholin is the one that excites me the most. This is a nuker that is S tier and going to be in your roster throughout your entire gameplay inside of Raid Shadow Legends. You're going to get him on day one just using my QR code that you see on the screen or the link in the description, and he's going to smash your way all the way into and through the end game. Now let's talk about Code Wrath. You see it all the way on the right. This is another champion you can get on day one, and Code Wrath is going to get you Grand Oak. This is the old man, as I like to call him, and he is one of the best support buffers in all of Raid Shadow Legends of legendary status. Again, another champion here that's not only going to be pushing you to the end game, but advancing you all the way through the end game, a champion you'll use forever on your account. On top of those 3, you're going to get yourself Uugo, Tagoar, and the Mausoleum Mage. 3 epics that you get on your journey of advancement throughout the game. My favorite of those 3 is Uugo. Now, although Uugo is only an epic status, she is an S tier epic because of her A3. Removes heal reduction. She removes debuffs. She heals allies and revives them as well. So this means on day 1 of your account, or actually this is, I think, on day 10 or something like that, you're going to be getting yourself an S tier epic healer reviver that you will also still use as you progress through the end game in Raid Shadow Legends. And then, as many of you know, there are so many other free champions you can get inside of the game, such as Empress, an amazing mythical champion that you can unlock for free. On top of Empress, you can also get Lady Mikage, another insane mythical champion that you can get for free. And then you have the Speed Booster Arbiter, who's going to be the best legendary speed booster for the arena, and then probably the best legendary inside of the game, Marius. Champions I have all unlocked for free inside of Raid Shadow Legends. This is my favorite turn-based strategy game, the one I play every single day, and I urge all of you to join me with the link right here and in the description. Will get you those 5 free champions, and you'll thank me later for diving into a game that you will surely be addicted to. Last Furry Survival is a game that I just covered here on the channel, and I actually have a promo code for you guys, which I'll leave in the description if you want to check out this game. Basically, this one's an online survival strategy game set on a planet that's covered by toxic fog. As a commander of a struggling group of survivors, you must rebuild a ruined shelter, produce food, purify the air, treat injured residents, and strengthen your defenses against matured creatures. Much of the fun comes from balancing limited resources and deciding which buildings, technologies, and survivors deserve your attention first. What we're looking at here is a kingdom builder, like Rise of Kingdoms, Call of Dragons, State of Survival, even something like Whiteout Survival or Kingshot. Very similar. The game mixes grim post-apocalyptic environments with colorful characters, giving it a more unusual identity than the average base building survival game. Basically, the game is filled with furries. I enjoyed my time inside of the game, and I think it is a fun, casual kingdom builder if that's what you're looking for. Tiny Bookshop is a relaxing management game in which you leave your old life behind and open a small traveling bookstore in a peaceful seaside town. Each day you choose where to park your shop, stock it with different genres, decorate the interior, and recommend books to customers based on their personalities and interests. You can also meet local residents, complete their stories, and gradually become part of the community. This game has hand-painted pastel artwork, which gives it the feeling of an illustrated storybook, while its soft soundtrack and gentle ambient sounds make it perfect for players looking for something calm rather than focusing on difficult business systems. The fun comes from decorating, discovering books, and learning what your customers enjoy. This is primarily a single-player experience and does not depend on competitive online features. Astro Arena is a fast-paced online MOBA built around short 3v3 matches that usually last around 5 minutes. Players are going to select a hero, team up with 2 allies, and battle across changing arenas filled with objectives, enemy players, and tactical opportunities. Roguelike upgrades can appear during matches, allowing you to modify your hero's abilities and create a different build every time you play. It has a colorful anime-inspired character design, and bright special effects make the action easy to follow when several abilities are being used at once. Punchy attack sounds and energetic music maintain the fast tempo through every match. Because Astro Arena is centered entirely around real-time PvP, it also requires an internet connection, but its short rounds make it well suited for quick mobile play sessions. Golden Lap puts you in control of a professional racing team during the dangerous golden age of open-wheel motorsport. Instead of driving cars directly, you hire drivers and engineers to improve your vehicles, manage sponsors, and important decisions that you make during the race. Basically, you're the manager of the vehicle. Tire choices, pit stop timing, weather conditions, and driver performance can all determine whether your team reaches the podium or ends the weekend during the debut. This one has a clean, minimalistic artwork style that gives Golden Lap a distinctive retro look without overwhelming players with complicated menu. Next, we have Don't Starve Together, which is not to be confused with Don't Starve Pocket Edition, which is a mobile game that's been out for a while. Don't Starve Together is brand new. It brings the uncompromising survival gameplay of Don't Starve into a cooperative multiplayer experience. You and your friends explore a procedurally generated wilderness, collect resources, craft tools, build a base, and attempt to survive dangerous creatures, changing seasons, darkness, and starvation. Every character has different strengths and weaknesses, encouraging players to cooperate and divide responsibility. You already know what the game looks like because Don't Starve is a huge IP. It has a hand-drawn gothic art style that looks strange and just makes you feel like you're in a children's storybook. And the sounds and music from the game match the artwork inside of the game as well, giving this one a truly creepy and special feel. Hypnospace Outlaw is one of the most unusual games coming to mobile, and this one brings you back to the olden days of the beginning of the internet for all of you that have been born with internet already in your lives. You're gonna wanna check this out. You play as an internet moderator in an alternative version of 1999, searching through bizarre personal websites while people browse the internet in their sleep. Your job involves tracking copyright violations, investigating online harassment, avoiding viruses, and downloading suspicious software while slowly uncovering a much larger mystery. Every page is packed with flashing graphics, strange advertisements, homemade music, and wonderfully awkward early internet design. This one is intentionally gonna be taking you back to an older time of gaming on the internet, or just, I should say, talking on the internet. Go check it out. The Walking Dead Aftermath is a mobile action roguelike. Starting around the period of when Rick Grimes awakens from a coma, you recruit familiar survivors, fight walkers in real-time combat, and establish a settlement near Atlanta. Between missions, you manage resources, improve equipment, and strengthen your team before entering increasingly dangerous areas. The game uses a dark, realistic art style inspired by locations, characters, and events from the series. Gunfire, walker growls, and tense music help recreate a desperate atmosphere of The Walking Dead. This one is designed as an online, free-to-play game with ongoing progression and character collection. Aniimo is an open-world, creature-collecting action RPG set in a colorful land of Italy. Players capture magical creatures known as Aniimo, train them, battle powerful enemies, and use a system called twinning to temporarily transform into their creatures. These transformations are useful not only during combat, but also for solving puzzles, exploring hidden areas, and interacting with other creatures in the environment. This is a bright 3D world. Expressive creature designs and flashy elemental attacks give the game an appearance of a high-budget animated adventure. It's got an upbeat soundtrack and creature sounds that help make you feel like you're a part of the game. The game includes real-time online cooperation, shared social hubs, and multiplayer battles, although much of the open world exploration can also be approached as a solo player. Next is Titanite Mecha Survival. This is a post-apocalyptic survival shooter that combines open world exploration, base construction, and giant combat machines. Players gather materials, build structures, craft equipment, and venture outside their protected home worlds into dangerous combat zones. The biggest attraction of this is the ability to command powerful mechs while fighting hostile robots, monsters, and other survivors. Titanite includes competitive PvP areas and player interaction, so it's mainly an online experience. The contrast between the relatively safe building zones and the high-risk war zones creates a constant risk versus reward loop. Monster Hunter Outlanders brings Capcom's monster hunting formula into a large mobile open world. Players explore varied ecosystems, track enormous creatures, gather materials, and use the parts collected from defeated monsters to craft better weapons and equipment. Classic Monster Hunter weapon types return alongside new abilities, characters, and companions designed specifically for the mobile entry. Outlanders supports solo play as well as online cooperative hunts for up to 4 players, allowing groups to attack and defeat the game's largest creatures altogether. Katori Code of Battle is an online samurai fighting game where precision is more important than repeated tapping the attack button. Players create a warrior, equip different weapons, and enter tense duels where blocking, dodging, timing, and positioning can decide the outcome. Powerful combos are available, but a poorly timed attack can leave you open to an immediate counter. The main attraction here is the real-time PvP against other players, making it a better suited for competitive fighting fans than those searching for a long offline story campaign. 9 Crowns of Faenord is an open-world tactical action RPG set on an ancient island divided by rival kingdoms. You explore freely, fight enemies in real time, and recruit a squad of followers who can assist you in your battles. The game includes 20 playable heroes, each offering different skills and tactical possibilities as you pursue the island's 9 crowns. Now, this one is basically played offline, making it especially attractive for players who want a competitive open-world RPG without requiring a permanent connection. Fortunes of Battle is the first-person dark fantasy roguelike built around dice, cards, and difficult dungeon encounters. Each run sends you into a dangerous location filled with monsters, treasure, weapons, and ancient relics. The abilities available to you are influenced by the dice that you roll and the cards that you draw, forcing you to adapt your strategy instead of relying on the same build every time. This is a premium single-player release, making it a good option for players who prefer focused offline style experiences over competitive live service games. Duck Out, Loot, Shoot, Escape is a lighthearted extraction shooter starring heavily armored ducks. Players enter dangerous combat zones, search for weapons and valuable supplies, defeat enemies, and attempt to reach an extraction point before being eliminated. Escaping successfully allows you to keep your equipment, while getting defeated can mean losing the loot that you collected during that run. This one is focused all around cartoon ducks. It includes online combat and multiplayer survival elements with the combination of cute characters and high-risk extraction gameplay, giving it an amusing personality of its own. Now it's time for me to share with you my 2 favorites. My first is UnGodly. I'm always looking for a new action RPG, and this one looks like a highlight for the month. And the second would be Don't Starve Together. This is one of the best survival strategies type games. The artwork, the music, and just the IP altogether are top notch, and I couldn't recommend either of those more. Remember to subscribe so you're up to date on everything in the mobile gaming space.